Hello and welcome to Questions with Wigwam, a very late 25,000 subscriber special.
Okay, what's up everybody? So today I'll be answering, hopefully, all of your questions. And I'm kind of excited to answer some of these. So thank you everybody who's given me a question. We're going to start off with UmbrellaVR, who asks, have you played Red Dead Redemption 2? If yes, is it peak? I have not played Red Dead. I'm honestly not really interested in that game. I know it's the best game ever and stuff people say, but yeah, I haven't tried it. Next, TheVrEnthusiast asks, what made you choose a Pikmin as your channel mascot? Is there any backstory? So if you guys don't know, I am a Pikmin. Specifically a white Pikmin. Pikmin is a Nintendo franchise, which means a lot to me. And one day I was bored, so I thought, what if I took a white Pikmin, one of my favorite characters ever, and just put a blue t-shirt on him? This was my character for a few years, but then I came over to VR and I thought, what if I put him in a beautiful mocap suit like Ford? And since then, the design has just ever evolved. And the whole backstory of why I've always been a white Pikmin is basically, when I was a tiny ass kid, I used to roleplay as a white Pikmin when I was on family walks and stuff. So they've always had this special connection to me, and I've always loved them. They're my absolute favorite things. I mean, what's not to love, right? Look at this thing. It's beautiful. It's cute. It's the best thing ever. So that clears up the questions of people asking, why am I a Pikmin? It's a very distant thing to Bone Lab, so it's kind of a weird thing, but I think it's a kind of unique idea, so I'm happy being a white Pikmin. Seacore asks, what is your favorite music artist? This one's tough because it changes a lot. I love David Bowie, I love Michael Jackson, I love all the classics. I'm not really sure if I could ever pick. I'm a big fan of Snoop Dogg, so Snoop Dogg's definitely up there. Monoluminant asks, what is your dream VR game? I actually had a few comments like this asking what my kind of dream for a VR game would be. For me, it's definitely the MythOS simulation, which exists in Boneworks and Bone Lab, as its own standalone game. Basically like VR chat, except the full shebang, you know? This obviously isn't possible yet, but this is my dream for VR. To have something like VR chat, which is just this one giant world that everyone's in at the same time, and you can travel it for hours, and you'll find different people chilling out in homes they've created or found, or like all this stuff. It's probably never going to happen for like the next 50 years, but something like that in VR, to me, would be amazing. Having this whole virtual metropolis you can just go and endlessly explore whenever you want. A second world for humans. That would be really cool. And also kind of dystopian and terrifying, but we'll put that part aside. Too Good V1 asks, what are your favorite Bone Lab / Boneworks characters? Of course, everybody loves Arthur Ford. I love the Null Bodies. I love every single character with every piece of my being. I am really interested in Jimmy. I think he's got a lot to explore, and I think we are definitely going to explore him more in the future, so I'm very excited for that. I love all of them. Honestly, this is such a tough question because I love all the characters so much. I think the Null Bodies are really cool. The Cryptids are also great. Like, I'm just going to eventually mention everyone, so I need to stop. So this next one is a question I get what feels like almost every day I ever speak on the internet, and that is, what is your favorite Bone Lab mod? Now here's my problem with this question, is that it's simply unanswerable because of the wide variety of mods and how much mods cover, from maps, avatars, players, utility, you know, everything. Everything ever is covered by mods. So it's too much of a broad term to truly answer, really. It's not like I can even choose my own avatar as the option, because of course I love my own avatar. But what about my own Deagle? I love this thing too. So it's kind of impossible to answer this question. That I definitely do have a lot of mods which I love very much. Of course, definitely all of my own mods, I love those. But this question's kind of unanswerable because realistically, the correct answer is just saying Bone Lab Fusion because of how much possibilities it opens up. But like, there's so many other mods. I love Babacorp's explosive mod. I love, you know, the Deep 2 campaign. There's just too many to really give a direct answer. Proudly Joshua asks, what editing software do I use? So I've been using Wondershare Filmora for the past... This isn't sponsored, by the way. Wondershare Filmora for the past 6 years, I think. And I've also started to pick up a bit of Premiere Pro. I do my thumbnails in Photoshop, and I do my art in an application called Krita. Another question which was also asked in this same question, when did I start content creation? Well, I started content creation when I was like 9 years old, doing those videos where you set your iPad up in front of your TV and play Minecraft or something. I used to always do that. All those videos are now gone completely off the internet. My channel got taken down because I think I was too young. I always had a channel uploading random stuff on it, but I truly started making content, I think about 5 years ago, where I began on my Nintendo channel, Wigwam Man. Some of you probably don't know about that. I mainly cover Pikmin stuff over there, but it's meant to be a kind of general Nintendo channel. I spent a few years over there, then I decided to come over to this VR channel and found great success in doing so. So I've kind of pushed the Nintendo side of like away for now, which I do kind of regret, because you know, I feel bad for anybody who's waiting for a video over there. But with the new Switch 2, I might come back to that channel, so if you guys are interested in that, go check it out. The Puppets asks egg. Yeah. ZXZ asks, what is my favorite base game gun in Bone Lab? Honestly, a really hard choice. The 1911 pistol has really grown on me. Going off that one, I also got a few comments saying, what is your favorite weapon overall in Boneworks and Bone Lab? That, my friends, would be this thing. The trash can lid. I love feeling like Captain America and, you know, just... Oh! Ow. You know, I love doing that to enemies. Guy Games asks, who is my favorite person in Bone Lab Fusion? Kind of an interesting question. I mean, in terms of people I've played with, I do really like Gary Supreme. Me and him have a lot of fun in Fusion. He's great. But of course, I also love playing with downloadable content, Mini Battle Lop. Everyone else I've played Fusion with in the past, like that VR guy, they're all great. Everyone's great in Fusion because everyone can be so expressive. So shout out to everyone who plays Fusion. That doesn't crash out and kill everyone over and over again, that is. Can Mangas asks, why did you start making videos on YouTube? And also says, we love you, King of Bone Lab. Thank you, I'll happily take that title. So I started making videos on YouTube because I always saw it as my dream job, which I know how cliche and generic at this point, everyone thinks that. But as a kid, I always thought, wow, imagine being a YouTuber, making videos for a living. I want to do that. As I grew older, I realized that becoming a YouTuber as a job could also be a good way to kind of get out of a typical 9-to-5 job, which I know a lot of people do not enjoy. I've always had a spark inside of me to always just want to influence and share what I do with other people on the internet and stuff. So I just uploaded videos for fun, and when they actually started doing well, I was like, oh damn, I'm gonna lock in and actually try and make this go somewhere. And I mean, considering we're on 25k on this channel, I think I've accomplished way more than my dreams ever would have imagined. So I'm very grateful for all of you guys, for the feedback and everything you have given me, because it means so much to me. JAF asks, what other VR games do you play? I usually play a lot of Blade and Sorcery because I think that game's got really fun combat. I've been playing a bit of Brutalistic, which you guys might have seen in a few of my recent videos in the background. It's this game where you just absolutely brutalize a bunch of these stickmen dudes. It's so fun. You gotta get it, please. I rarely play VR chat. Sometimes head back to Boneworks. I play a bit of Contractor Showdown, but I suck, so I get insta-killed all the time. And I'm trying to complete Half-Life Alyx. There's a few more miniature ones too, but for the most part, I just play Bone Lab. Another question I got quite a lot is, where does my name come from? Wigwam. I mean, it's kind of weird, right? So I actually inherited this name from my dad back in the Xbox 360 days when I took his Xbox account so I could play on the Xbox. Ever since then, I kind of just took the name, and I didn't think the name would ever mean anything to anybody apart from me. So I thought, well, you know, it doesn't matter if my dad has the same name because, you know, I use it too or whatever. And I kind of didn't realize that if I made an entire YouTube based after the name, that would be what I'm called. But we're here now, and I'm honestly kind of proud to take the name and kind of take on the mantle of the Wigwam name. Also, the original was Wigwam Man 72, which I shortened to Wigwam Man for my Nintendo channel to make it just more kind of appealing to a general audience. And then, of course, when I came over to VR, I just said Wigwam VR. Very original, I know. I'm very original with everything I do. You guys will find that out. Another question I got a bit is, what is your favorite game apart from Bone Lab? Because everybody knows that's the answer. Pikmin 2 on the GameCube, Wii, Switch. It's on everything now, but you get the point. Do you like Valve games? After playing Half-Life Alyx, yes. I also love a bit of Gmod. Not really anymore since Bone Lab came out, but it's still good. Apart from that, not really. I'm not really a fan of TF2 and stuff. They really just don't entertain me that much. What are some gangster avatar recommendations? You're looking at one right now. What's your weirdest Fusion experience? I've had so much time in Fusion, I honestly cannot remember, but all I could say is that some wild stuff has happened. Hungry for grablets. What the fuck? Oh my god! Come on! Yeah! Triple flips! Oh!
Many other screenshot like
take me to church and I'll love you like a dog. I'll take a bus in the like a dog. Look. Dun, 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 dun.
Fuck you, Coles! I don't see you making money moves,
G-Man asks, what is your favorite video you've ever made? For me, it is without a doubt, across both channels, the Bone Lab Iceberg. I think I popped off with that one. And the fact that I got to collaborate with all of my inspirations on that thing really means a lot to me. Another question I got a fair few times is, will you make videos on stuff that isn't just BoneLab? I'm trying my best. YouTube's pretty harsh when you kind of try and go from one topic to multiple. I've been trying for a while now to kind of distance myself slightly from BoneLab. I'll always be mainly BoneLab, I think, but I do also want to cover... Oh shit, I'm not even on the camera. But I do also want to cover other VR games because I think there's a lot of really good stuff that I would like to speak about. It's just kind of moving from a just BoneLab audience to a wider audience is definitely going to be a bit difficult, but I'm ready for the challenge. If you would be trapped in a VR game forever, which one would it be? This is a really good question. So if we're talking about you being trapped in the game, and that means that you're in the universe of that game, it would definitely be BoneLab because, you know, I can use the void to access everything else. Rad Spartan says, what VR games are you looking forward to? Whatever Stress Level Zero's got planned for us next. Also, that Deadpool VR game that was shown off recently, I kind of have a slight interest in that. I hope it's good. If you could get anything of your choice added to BoneLab, what would it be? If we're talking officially added, then I'd love to have some sort of subtle reference to me as a person in, like, the next Stress Level Zero game. That's never gonna happen, but, you know, that'd be super cool if that ever happened somehow. But that would definitely be my dream, I think. How did you find secrets and facts about BoneLab lore? Simply playing the game over and over and over and over again, and just connecting all the dots together. And also spending time in the community with a lot of the very superior lore hunters out there who know everything about the thing. They've also taught me a lot, but I also did figure out a lot by myself. Left or right Twix? I think for me it's gotta be the right Twix. Another question I've been getting a lot is, who inspired me? Overall, it was random Nintendo and Minecraft YouTubers I'd watch as a kid. I always thought, wow, that's really cool. I want a piece of that. The Nintendo YouTuber thing kind of followed through when I made... Stop, it's not your screen time yet. I've always been interested in those big groups of Nintendo YouTubers who kind of do videos together. I love that kind of vibe. I love collaborations. It's one of my favorite things about YouTube. When I came over to VR, if you want to know my inspirations for VR content, just look at the BoneLab Iceberg cast. Genuinely, all of these guys, I thought they were all so awesome, and I managed to get them all in on my video. What? I can consider all of these guys my friends now, I think. But I think when I first started, my main inspiration was probably this guy. Bam's always been a huge inspiration to me, and he still is. And I've had the pleasure to get to know him slightly and also have him in my BoneLab Iceberg video. But yeah, this guy is one of the main reasons why I continued and started to do this, so thank you to Bam for that. I've also had a few questions which are mentioning about future collaborations with people like Bam, for example. I do have plans for those. Recently, I've been doing a lot of stuff with downloadable content on his channel, and also a lot of stuff with TheOddGuy on his and my channel. I have many big projects that I have planned for the future of BoneLab's life cycle, and also past that, which I definitely am going to get a lot of people in on. Do you prefer Boneworks or BoneLab? This has been an ongoing debate for a long time. It's very difficult to choose. They both are amazing in their own aspects, in my opinion. I think at the moment, though, BoneLab's got to take the cake just for the replayability. But I think right now, BoneLab has the advantage, but when this Boneworks update releases, that might very well change. And I've had a few questions about the next upcoming Stress Level Zero game, which we supposedly know as B-Side. Some questions asking me what do I think of it and what do I hope for it, and some also asking when I'm going to start making videos and speculation theories on it. So right now there's not a lot to go off, that's why I haven't really made many more videos on it, because we haven't had any new news for quite a while. As soon as we do get a trailer or a tease or something, I will be making tons of videos on it and making up theories, but right now there's not a lot to go off. As for what I want for B-Side, I definitely want Stress Level Zero to start delving into allowing the NPCs to do more stuff, and I'm pretty sure that is something which they probably are going to tackle at least a bit in the next game, which is really exciting. I think that's the one thing their games are missing right now, apart from multiplayer. And yes, of course, I will be covering whatever Stress Level Zero does next for us, because it's going to be very exciting. If you're unsure on what's going on with the next game and you're out of the loop, I do have a decently old video basically summarizing all of the news we know about the next game, which is supposedly called B-Side. So if you haven't watched that already and you want to, then please go ahead. Red the Best asks, do I have a pet? Yes, I have 3 currently. I have a dog and 2 cats. The dog is named Ernie, and the cats are named Reggie and Maggie. Formerly Chatting asks a really interesting question. How do I feel about being recognized in other places? It's still so surreal to me. I've been jumping around a few different VR communities recently, as you guys may know, and surprisingly people have recognized me there instantly, and I'm like, what? Honestly, I don't know if I can be trusted with the power I currently have. I'm not used to this. Like, this is weird. Smoker Bro asks, thoughts on Sonic Unleashed? Game Dev Guy asks, how hyped were you to do a LavaCast with the Stress Level 0 employee? If you guys don't know, the first episode of my podcast, the LavaCast, which I don't do as often as I should, featured Happy Go Crazy, which is the trailer editor and also a level designer at Stress Level 0. It was an honor to have him on my first episode. That was really cool. Unfortunately, I'm really stupid and there was some issues with microphone quality and whatnot. Happy Go Crazy, I hope you're watching. Please can we do a round 2? Stress Level 0, they're like my icons. They're my heroes, you know? And the fact that I had one feature on my channel. Fine Hammer Nest asks, what PC do you use? I actually have the newest next gen. I have the PC2. The PC devs sent it to me early and it's so good. Crazy Kian asks, what is Evil Wigwam's final goal? Honestly, if I knew, then maybe things would be going better. Had a few comments asking me what got me into Bone Lab. Well, basically, I was bored one Christmas, so I bought a VR headset. One of my IRL friends recommended me Boneworks because they saw the videos of Funny Deadpool doing the trick shots on Woohoo Islands. So I got it, I delved into the story and found out that it has the coolest universe I've ever discovered. And because I couldn't get enough of Boneworks, luckily for me, Bone Lab came out the same year, so I grabbed that, and ever since then I have been addicted. At Grey Sky Studio says, can I be mentioned? No, Grey Sky Studio, you cannot be mentioned. Official Rext asked, what was it like having the Valve Index for the first time? Gotta be honest, if you go from a Quest 3 to a Valve Index, you will notice the drop in resolution. I honestly thought it looked worse when I first got it, but when you get used to the Valve Index, it's amazing. I really love the controllers, and the headset feels really good on your head. This question made me laugh. Is your YouTube channel inspired by @WigwamMan? It may be. You know, Wigwam Man, he's been one of my heroes for a long time. You know, so much in fact we actually happen to be the same person. Yanan's Toast asks, do you have any known facts on future Bone Lab mods or game updates? Yes, I do, and that's exactly why I'm not saying a word. Root Beer asks, how did you find out about Stress Level 0 and who they are? I started playing their games, found out they were this really cool studio, had a cool video YouTube history, and I was like, wow, these guys are awesome. I'm gonna follow them. Dougie Dugman Productions asks, what's your favorite Bone Lab YouTuber apart from myself? Honestly, I wouldn't even be my favorite. I think I suck compared to everybody else. Based on what I said earlier, if Bam still counts as a Bone Lab YouTuber, I'd say it's probably him. I don't want to pick favorites though, because I think they're all amazing. I love Narse, I love DLC, I love Bam, I love Mini, they're all great. Nartic G asks, how big of a chance do you think Beyond Sandbox will flop? Don't want to drop myself in any more hot water than I already have. If you want to see my opinions, then check out my videos talking about it. If I'm being honest, I don't think there's a chance this game will flop. This game is going to sell hot, and if it is as much of a letdown as I think it could be, then there's going to be a big problem. But sales-wise, I don't think this game can flop, and that might not be a good thing. Nothing K1J asks, will you continue streaming Half-Life Alyx? Yes, I'm really sorry, and in fact, for you streaming buddies out there, I just got an Ethernet cable, so now when I stream, I can actually stream in good quality to you guys. So please guys, all come and join my streams. I'm also going to start streaming on Twitch, twitch.tv/WigwamVR, is that the link? Something like that. Come and follow on Twitch. I'm going to stream all the random stuff I want to play with you guys, and on YouTube, I'm going to continue streaming more on-topic VR stuff. Neptune Plays asks, will you ever stop making Bone Lab content? Inevitably, yes. I don't know how long it will be until then, though. But I got a feeling that Bone Lab could go semi-strong even after the next game comes out. @KitKat asks, what do I have to do to be in a vid? That's a good question. I guess all you have to do is comment exactly that. Mr. William asks, will you ever make a VR game? No, I have no plans to get into game development. I don't want to put myself through that torture. Sorry, game devs. Along with that, I also get the question of, will I ever make my own mods? I would really like to, but I don't know if I have the patience and time to learn. I really want to make some like Deltarune themed mods for the game, but obviously currently I have no skill whatsoever, so I don't even want to try really. Juicy Fruit asks, do you condone murder? If not, how come? I'll not be answering that question. When do you plan on oiling up and giving us a face reveal? Well, we're halfway there. Are you gay? No, I am not. In fact, I have a girlfriend. Oh, that was the next question. Yeah, okay. 2 and 1. Elite asks, could you buy me a Valve Index? Yes, Elite, I can. It will be arriving at your house tomorrow. Left Click asks, what is your opinion on the lore of Stress Level 0?
I love it. I think it's amazing. I think it's up to the standard of a series like Five Nights at Freddy's, and I think as it grows more, it's really going to show that.
Anyways, I've had enough of being real, so I'm gonna like get back out of here. See you guys. So, Gavius says, is Boneworks peak VR? Boneworks is peak VR, and I think a lot of people will agree. Gavius, I am dying to see you play Boneworks on your channel. Trust me, that's the one you want to go for. You're gonna love it. Minibatlop says, would you love me if I was a worm? Probably not. Sorry, lad. Raf asks a few questions. Bolt asks, where did you go for so long? I've missed your videos. So I'm guessing this is a poor soul who's a fan of my Nintendo channel. I'm sorry, guys. Evil Moth asks, how evil are you? Honestly, there's definitely a bit in there, but most of it's in my other half, you know. Troll asks a good question. Will I ever do a Bone Lab Direct again? I'm gonna let you guys in on the secret. Yes. We're gonna do another. What do you think about the Deadpool VR game? I'm excited for it. I think the humor kind of misses. Doesn't really feel like Deadpool, but I think it has potential to be pretty fun. Alpha asks, are you the Bone Lab Rizzler? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I'd say I am. I mean, you know. Y Original asks, how long does it usually take you to do a video? So this always varies. It's always different, but I'd say every video takes at least 10 hours, definitely. You guys have no idea how much of a perfectionist I am when it comes to editing my videos. I will spend hours doing stuff that doesn't even really matter, and it's kind of my own fault, but I hope the effort shows. That's one thing I hope some people can appreciate, is just how much I put into these videos. Like, I put my soul into this stuff for you guys. GL Gamer asks, what is your favorite Bone Lab level and why? I think realistically it's got to be Ascent. I love the entire layout of the level, apart from maybe the first section, but apart from that, I think it's great. Tato asks, what is your opinion on furries? I don't really have an opinion on furries. Most of them are pretty chill people, and I mean, Bam's kind of on the verge of being one, so I guess I kind of have to like him, right? I'm cool being friends with anybody. I don't care what you are or who you are. I will be friends with you if you're friends with me and chill to me. Do you think they asked him to pose like this or he just did it? Honestly, it's tough. I think he's just doing it. I think it's just a good time photo. Is Wigwam silly? I must know this. I mean, you guys can make your conclusions with this one based on what you think I'm liking my videos, because I don't really know. Chara Y asks, where does the nickname Bone Lab Jesus come from? There's a few people which get pretty mad at this nickname, which is kind of funny. It's simply just a Deadpool and Wolverine reference. He says how he is Marvel Jesus and he's going to save the Marvel universe. So when the film was coming out, I decided to make the joke of, hey, I'm Bone Lab Jesus, I'm here to save Bone Lab. It is just a joke, and honestly, it's kind of humorous when people get mad at it, because, like, it's so obviously stupid. Random asked, back when you started YouTube, would you ever think that you would get this big as you are today? No, no way. When I first started, I never thought I'd reach 1,000 subs ever. Here I am on this channel with 26,000. What? I genuinely can't comprehend it. As a fellow British person, what is your favorite tea? I don't like tea at all. I had a few questions asking when am I going to play Vertigo 2. I've heard that this is a great VR game. I have not played it, obviously, and I would be interested in checking it out on stream one time, maybe after Half-Life Alyx. Silver asks, if you could collab with anybody, who would it be? So if we're talking anybody ever, like on YouTube, then for me, it would be Dashi. I love Dashi, and I'd love to get him to play Bone Lab or something, because he would be hilarious in a game like that. Finally, GL Gamer asks, what's the best avatar someone has made for you? It might just be the one right here by MaxMP3 I'm wearing. Of course, I love all my avatars all the same, but this one has been the closest I could ever be to truly being a white Pikmin, to truly being Wigwam, so, you know, I kind of love it. And with that said, I think that's my Q&A done. I swear I had more questions. Oh, no. My bad, I didn't mean to knock everything over. Well, I hope I answered your guys' questions. There really was a lot. I cannot believe it. I want to give you guys a final thank you for 25,000 subscribers. It was like the next day and we already had 26,000. Like, it was so fast. Everything's happening so fast. I cannot believe I'm here. It seriously means the world to me. This is my dream, and my dream is becoming reality. Thanks to you guys back there, so I appreciate it very much. Thank you to everybody who has spent the time watching my videos, who's inspired me, who has spent time with me. You all mean so much to me, and it's a pleasure to be in the position I am today. I think I'm done here. Stick around on the channel. I'm going to do more stuff. Now that you guys have found out the secret of my face reveal, a lot of you didn't know about for some reason, and also my second channel, Nintendo channel, go and watch my backlog of like 400 terrible videos over on that channel or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's basically it. I'm BBOYRAMEN. I love you guys. Thank you once again for supporting me. It means the world. Especially my members, by the way. Check them out. These guys are the best. If you want to be the best, then join my members. Ha! How about that? Nah, you guys are all the best deep down. But you know, my members. But you know, my members, they mean a lot to me. So, thank you, members, so much. Also, look at the sick fan art on screen. Isn't it great? I don't know what fan art I'm actually going to put there, but it's always all great. So, thanks to whoever drew this one that I'm putting on screen. Okay, I'm done chatting. I'll see you guys later. Oops.